him up, body slam. Hey, Ken got him by the hair right there.
I think what he was doing just helping him up.
Montgomery comes back with a good forearm now.
Now look, now there, see, look. See, now Montgomery's got his fist up.
Well, Ken, on that previous exchange, had his fist doubled up. It looked like
well, I've told Ken, if a man wants to wrestle fair, wrestle fair. If you don't, give him what he gives him.
Oh, Ken nails Montgomery. Maybe forgetting a little of the rules in there. Dallas Montgomery drop kicks him out of it. He caught Ken a good one right there. Ken kind of inviting him back, put one to the midsection there, and I don't think that was a forearm. Whoa, misses the elbow. Montgomery rolls out of the way. Dallas Montgomery goes in for the cover, and he starts down. Hey, come on, buddy. Dallas Montgomery had Ken Wayne down, and Buddy McKay for crying out loud. Hey, come on. Okay, good. Dundee comes out and pulls Buddy Wayne off. Tommy Gilbert out and gets Ken Wayne off of Dallas Montgomery. Me. Dallas bleeding. That is no excuse in that. Buddy, I just want to tell you, you embarrassed me. Now, we brought him out here, and that's an embarrassing situation on the thing.
Well, let me tell you, I'm not embarrassed.
I'm sorry, I don't appreciate it.
That boy is bigger than Ken. He is older than Ken. And he started that first.
Hey, fat boy.
Hey, don't call me fat boy, Tommy.
Wait a minute.
I want to tell you something, fat boy. Don't you ever lay a hand on my kid just like you did with Dallas.
That boy is older and bigger than Ken and a lot more experience.
What do you mean, man? That guy's only 19 years old and your son is 20 and he's got just as much experience as anybody else is. Okay. And I'm telling you, if Dallas's dad was there, he'd probably put a knot on your head.
Well, okay, Tommy. But I'm sorry.
Let me tell you, this stuff, guys, come back with more experience, bigger than Ken. It's not right, Lance. And Tommy's the fine one to say something. Every time last week I saw him when he was little, punk kid wrestling, he was in that ring the same way.
Okay, buddy, I just don't appreciate it. We're going to take time out. We'll be back in just a moment.
Roundup herbicide by Monsanto. There's never been...
Wrestling. I'm going to bring out a guy right now that I think that most all of you remember. He is not wrestling here today, but he did ask to be back up, and we have always tried to talk to him when he is here. We're talking about Sonny King, who is back. Sonny is still under suspension in this area, and he is unable to wrestle. But Sonny, back with us. And
I came here to straighten up all of the crooked stuff you got around here. Number one, you know as well as I do that you people are messing me around. I petitioned all of the commissions and the whole bit to reinstate me back in Tennessee. But I understand everybody else can do it, but they won't let Sonny King back because I am a definite threat. You know that. Everybody out in this whole area knows that. Because Lance, but I'm putting together, you could ask anybody anywhere in the South or North, say, I am putting together a movement to take over professional wrestling in the United States, period. Okay, well, it's not a force-safe thing, nothing. Lance, I am a businessman. I'm here to make an offer to Lawler, to Dundee, to Marlon, to you, everybody else. Whatever you own in Tennessee, if you want to sell it, I got people who would buy. Eventually, I'm going to come back to Tennessee and take over professional wrestling. Lance, I'm doing it all over the country. Read all the national magazines, and you'll find out that is true. Lance, I am going to redo wrestling in this area, and I'm going to do it right here on your show. Okay?
Well, you know,
right here on your show. Lance, every time I come out here, I said I'm bringing people and putting things together, and you and everybody else stand there, and when I come back, he says, I didn't think he had it together. Lance, I got it together. I came right out here and made Lawler look like a fool after he beat me and a loser leave town. I did it on national TV, did I not?
Yeah. Well,
did I not?
You're not wrestling here, Sonny. Okay.
Did I not beat Lawler out here on TV?
Okay, well, I leave that up to you.
Okay, Lance.
Yeah. Okay, that's in the past.
I want to do something real nice. He said, I want to do something really nice. Come here, Pete.
Okay, we have not seen Pete Austin before. Well, he's a big one.
I want to introduce you to a man that will represent Sonny King in this area. Lance, I may be absent physically, but mentally, I will always be here, and he would represent me physically. Lance, we are going to cost you people more trouble in this area than you've ever had before. No, don't fish.
Starting all again.
He doesn't have to, Lance, nobody have to respect you or nobody else here. It's one job to do, and I'm going to bring in more people. Every time you turn around, there's going to be people and more people. Lance, I'm getting things together, and I'm going to fill this area up with the type of people that I need to take this area up. Whether you reinstate me or not, or the commission reinstate me or not, when you wake up, Lance, I'm going to walk in, and it's going to be all mine.
Well, Sonny, we don't have anything to do with the reinstatement. You do not wrestle. You have not been reinstated. Pete Austin does, and it's time his opponent's in the ring, and
Lance,
we'll get a look at him.
We shall treat you to the biggest. You thought LeDuc was a strong man.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you, Lance. I'm going to show you. So just sit back and relax and let me handle this part of the show until I'm through.
Well, I'm going to turn it over to Dave for the introductions of the upcoming bout here. We'll have a chance to see Pete Austin in action as Big Pete climbs up there. Boy, he is a large one. There's no question about that. Austin in there with his opponent. Dave, how about the introduction?
It'll be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Introducing from Jackson, Tennessee, at 260 pounds, Bub Smith. And going against him from Boston at 285 pounds, Pete Austin. This match is going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Referee is Jerry Calhoun. Waiting for Austin to get the T-shirt off. And referee Jerry Calhoun calls for the bell. We are underway. Pete Austin against Bub Smith.
Sonny, you can't be at ringside. No.
Austin with the headlock on Bub Smith.
Sonny, I don't think they're going to let you stay at ringside.
Austin.
Dave, you being a gentleman, I'll sit here with you. Lance Russ and I have no conversation because I know what the conspiracy is here.
Sonny,
but like I've said many times and time before, I have no reason to come all the way back here to lie. I brought Pete Austin here for one reason and one reason alone. To set the pace. Merely to set the pace for other people. He's got more friends that's going to come in, and they're going to join him. When they do, Dave, you're going to get, regardless of what you've been seeing or what you got here, you got nothing to offer compared to what I'm going to bring in this area. Pete Austin is just one example. There'll be more and more and more. You're going to have the best talent in this part of the country, right here in Memphis. I'm going to bring them here because you people got something I want. And the only way I can get it is by taking it. I've talked to you people, asked you for it, you want to give it to me. Now I have one way to get it, and I can do it, Dave. I've done it before, and I will continue to do it. Okay? Look at the strength. Look at the strength of this man.
I agree.
Look at the strength of this
Austin
man.
is having things his way so far against Bub Smith. Smith body slam. Austin dropping down on him. Smith. Oh.
There you go.
Austin sits down on him. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Time expired. Time doesn't
Just a
expire.
little bit, baby. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's nothing. There is going to be people coming here that's going to join Pete Austin. The movement start is right here on your show, Lance Russell Show today. Mark my word for it. Put it on this piece of paper and keep it with you, baby.
Funny, Pete Austin has won the match. The time on it was 2 minutes, 8 seconds. Pete Austin, the winner, over Bub Smith, with commentary by Sonny King. Again, the time on it was 2:08. Boy, Austin shoving Smith off the ring apron there.
You see him pick Bub Smith, who is a big guy,
260
up and,
he is,
and slam him in there.
Yeah, he's rugged, no doubt about it.
Big guy. Okay, there's Sonny King's messenger of destruction, Pete Austin, with a win over Bub Smith. We got more wrestling action coming up, and we'll be back to it in just a moment. Bill Dundee and the great Welshman Tony Charles. You got to see this one. We'll love it. What great wrestling. This is one we've been waiting for. One fall, 30-minute time limit bout. On the left, you're looking at the former British Empire champ. He's on the right now and down on the deck at the moment. That's how fast the action's going to be. Tony Charles and his opponent, the great competitor out of Australia, Superstar Dundee. Referee Paul Morton, and boy, what a match this one should be. I got to tell you. Two real battlers in there. These guys experience and have experienced the same thing. And that is the fact that they've always given away size. They are about the same size. Dundee and Tony Charles. Charles, tremendous physical condition. Dundee always has kept himself in shape. They're working on the wrist lock. It's going to be that kind of a battle. Don't go away. You'll see one of the great ones right here. 30 minutes may not be enough for these guys. Dundee back on his feet, but Charles hanging with a wrist in there. Hooked around, takes him down, covered one, and he gets up and backs. He knew he didn't have it. What a respect for each other. This is going to be that kind of a match. Man, I'll tell you what. Call a friend, because let me tell you, you got plenty of time. Here's a couple of scrappers. Head scissors. Charles Dundee out. Back right up at it. Looking at him. This one was worth a trip from a lot farther away. I made about 100 and something miles, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people here from further than that to see Bill Dundee. Tony Charles, beautiful. Right into a head scissors. Dundee hangs him. Keeping his shoulders loose in there. Dundee trying to hang. He's looking for an advantage on it. He's got it at the moment with the head scissors. Charles moves around. Billy trying to hold the head down. Tony Charles applying the pressure. We're 3 minutes and 15 seconds into action right at the moment. One fall, 30-minute match. Charles with the feet separated. He's ready to come up and move out of it. Billy back down, trying to hold that head in position, but Tony makes it loose. He goes with it. Could move for a Boston Crab. Could be a tough time to do it. Trying to turn him. Billy scooting on it, making it hard. He went the opposite way. Tony moving him now. And he got both feet around him and turned him. Super move. Tony almost had him moved into the Boston Crab position. But Dundee moved, hooked him with the feet, and took him over. And Tony right back up on his feet and ready to do it again. Dundee back up behind. Hooks that arm. Takes it. Dundee pressures to the mat. Tony biding his time. Dundee hooking the arm, trying to maybe move him for a pin position. No way he's going to get a submission. Rolls him over. Beautiful. One, and that's all, and Dundee's out. Uh-oh. What a couple of competitors you're looking at. Double leg drop. Dundee surprised him. Came in. But Tony now in position. He's watching him. He's caught. Dundee trying to move him. Taking him over. Tony resisting with those shoulders in there. Dundee trying to step over. You see the block by Charles. Beauty. Billy started to step over for the crab, and Tony blocked him, kept him out again. And once again, Dundee. Oh, all the way over. Oh, man. Are you believing it? What a move on both parts. No sooner did he have him down than Dundee was back on his feet. Leg dive. Tony Charles takes it inside. Goes underneath the leg, hooks over the arm, bars it with his own wrist, has the toe down, and Dundee trying to figure a way loose. Tony has him up tight. May not be easy. Billy's starting to scoot. Tony moving up tighter to keep it on him. Oh, he's making him feel it right now. Tony now with Dundee over on his stomach. Tony with the toe hold, catches it in his body, looks for another position. He could go with a chin lock. He could move a lot of things. Takes Dundee, rolls him one, and Billy kicks out of it. Beautiful use of the legs. Tony comes up with the legs now. Right back at the ropes, and Tony walks it away. I got to give him a hand, too. Super move by two great wrestlers. Dundee going after him. Almost got him. Oh, and he's over and down. Billy went in there for that leg dive. Tony blocked him by moving on it, and Dundee kept pushing. Now it's Charles. Uses that leg to take him over and pops him down. I hate to take a minute away from this, but we're 6 minutes and 32 seconds into the match. It's a 1-fall 30. We're going to hang with it for just a few minutes. I can't leave it. Don't you stations go away. I don't think we're going to have one short 1-minute fall here, my friend. So we're probably going to take a break in the middle of it. We'll hang with it right now. Both guys fresh, and they are really going at it great. What a match. We need to hold this one in the archives, man. Knew it was going to be when I heard the pairing of Dundee and Tony Charles. Dundee taking around, comes right back up. Hooks it over and back.
Over here now. Get me out one of these tall trees out there and drag it. Get out there and grab that paintbrush there, what do you think?
And Tony! Head scissors. Beautiful. Over and down. Charles with the head scissors. Got him with a flying one. Took him down on the mat. Billy trying to kick out. Now he's trying to twist and take it. Dundee headstand. Couldn't kick his way out. Moves around. Tony Charles still hanging on. Gets his head out of it. Back into the ropes. Dundee down short, and Charles up looking right at him. Oh, shook that back up hard, and Bill Dundee, Tony Charles still doing a number on each other. We're at 8 minutes and 20 seconds, and Tony with an advantage. Hooks the strength down on Dundee. Stand by at the stations. We're going to have to do it. Dundee, good move. Comes right up. One, but Tony up. And Charles catches him. Standing mouth flip. Beautiful to the middle of the ring. But Billy backs away, and Tony looks at him. Oh, you think one's got it and the other one counters, and then a reverse on it. What a couple of great wrestlers. At 9 minutes into action, we're going to take time out. And we're going to be right back. Believe me, this action is going to be underway, and we'll have every second of it. But right now, let's take time out, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Well, is it what we said?
I don't want to tell you.
Let's take a break. We'll get back to the action in a minute. outstanding wrestlers. Dundee goes for a leg dive, can't get to it. Charles moves away, right back at him, ties up. Beautiful, with a shoulder at the waist. Waist locks him and hits him with a shoulder, takes him down, grabs, stands to move to a crab. Charles, Dundee with his right hand set, trying to block it. He's looking for that position. Moves him the other way, and now he's in crab position. Look out, but Dundee got his weight going, and Charles reverses it. Dundee clamps the legs together, and they're back up. Oh. What a pleasure. Living up to every expectation every wrestling fan who heard about this one had when they came to the Jackson Coliseum in Jackson, Tennessee. Dundee moves, hooks it around, takes it back up and bars it, presses down on the shoulder, rolls Tony on the shoulders. But look at Charles come right out of it. Oh. Move that arm up behind him before he even got a 1 count. Charles with a cover. 1. That's all. Dundee back on his feet. They keep trying. Great moves and counter moves. Back to the ropes. $11.50 in the match having passed. It's a 1-fall 30. 12 minutes past. In this bout. There's a 12-minute mark, and Tony Charles gets a 2 count. Dundee took his time, roll that right shoulder up, trying to pry out. Not easy. Count of 1, 2. That's all he can get. This time, Billy covers, gets a 1 count, and both right back on their feet. That's a thing that just continually amazes you about these guys. They'll be in trouble, pop their way out, and they're on their feet before you can move. And up. Oh, beauty. Tony nailed him. Billy turned around. First impulse was to double that fist and get ready to go at it. Caught a hold of himself. Charles caught him with a good uppercut. It was not a punch. He caught him with a forearm. Tony with a lower leg. It's legal. Drops him down. Takes the wrist back. Dundee down on the mat. We're at the 13-minute mark in action. And once again, Charles bangs him down again. He really is putting the pressure on that wrist. Dundee's got 2 options, 1 to go or let it break. Hooks him in that hammer, and he's got it barred also. Beautiful. Billy trying to figure a way out of this one. We're 13.5 minutes into action. It has been nothing but great fireball and moves all the way. Dundee and Tony Charles. To the ropes. Sunset flip. No, he missed him, and Tony tried to counter on it. 1, 2, 3, he got it. $13.53, the winner, Bill Dundee. Let's have a hand for both of these great wrestlers. $13.53, Dundee. Oh, such a match. I had to share it with everybody. It was just a great one. The official winner, Bill Dundee. Okay, we got a half of them. We're about ready to go back live and direct in the ring here. We have half of our next tag match lined up, Dave. Their opposition coming in. And we are about set for the introductions. We're seeing a brand new tag team in existence, and it's time for Dave to introduce them right now.
On the left of the screen, at a total weight of 501 pounds, from parts unknown, the Gestapo, and from Berlin, Hans Schroeder. On the right of your screen, at a total of 448 pounds, from Centerville, Ohio, Bob Owens. From Memphis, Tennessee, Jerry Bryant. This match will be 1 fall, 15-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Schroeder. Dusting off his boots. And Hans will be starting the Gestapo with a mask on. Schroeder's own original find in Germany. Bell time.
Underway with Hans Schroeder starting for the German team. Bob Owens out of Centerville, Ohio, starting for his team. Big Hans Schroeder. Quick right hand. Jerry Bryant thought he got hit with a fist. I think he may have been right. Owens' head slammed into the turnbuckle. He bounced out of the corner, down to the mat. Schroeder fires him into the rope. Plants the foot to the midsection. Jab in the throat. He was warned by referee Jerry Calhoun. Over to the corner. He makes the tag, and this is the Gestapo. Tag team partner of Hans Schroeder. Owens back on the rope. Gestapo puts through those ropes, trips him up coming off. He turns to tag Jerry Bryant in the corner, but about 1.5 feet away from the tag. Couldn't get it. Double team by the Germans. Picking Owens up by the hair. Owens trying to fight back, get out of this, over to the corner, get a tag on his partner, Jerry Bryant. Bryant shouting encouragement. You can see him in the background here. But with double team tactics going on over in the corner of Hans Schroeder and the Gestapo, Owens just has not had any chance to get loose and head for that corner. Gestapo plants a foot right in the top of his head, out on the apron. Now Schroeder holds him up. Gestapo popping it. Jerry Bryant comes in. No tag been made. Jerry just got tired of watching all the double team. Decided to go in and help Owens out. Here's a cover. 1, 2 count. Gestapo picked him up by the hair. Might have been able to get a 3 count. We'll never know. Vicious wrestler. Gestapo that Hans Schroeder found in Germany and brought back. Schroeder from outside. Flat of the boot on the top of the head. Now Bryant in there again trying to help his partner out. Referee Jerry Calhoun sends him back outside. Down on the floor, that's Hans Schroeder pounding Bob Owens. Now we're back to some semblance of order in the ring. Gestapo turns to Schroeder, makes a tag. Schroeder picks Owens up, drops him across the knee, backbreaker, slams into the mat. A cover. 1, 2, and 3. That's going to be it. Jerry Bryant in there to try to help, but just a split second too late. And a count of 3 fell. And there are your winners of the match. Hans Schroeder, his partner, the Gestapo. The time on it, 3 minutes, 3 seconds, 3:03. Schroeder proclaiming his excellence to the crowd. Don't quite believe that, I don't think, but they have just won it. Time again, 3:03.
Rugged-looking team, that Schroeder and that Gestapo, I'll tell you for a fact in there. Bob Owens would verify that in a minute. Okay, we got some more wrestling action coming up. We're going to be back to it in just a moment. To be in here. This took place just last night in Tupelo, Mississippi. We've got the raw tape up here, and we're a big upset in the fact that Wayne Ferris and Larry Latham upset Lawler and Dundee to win the Southern Tag Team Championship belts in there. It turned out to be a total brawl in there. Latham to keep the fist open, not doing much good. There's a tag on Ferris, and Dundee blasted again. Oh, Bill looking in bad shape. Comes back, though. You might know that little Aussie would pull it from somewhere, and he knocks him flat off his feet. Ferris down, and Latham comes in, nails Dundee and is run out now. Lawler comes in and exchanges the favor on Ferris. Latham back in. Billy a real mess. They have banged on him and beat on him. Going after Dundee. Third fall, remember that. Oh, Billy nailed him one. But Latham and Ferris both in, and here comes Lawler. Jumps over Ferris to get to Latham. Knocks him right off the ring apron. There he's back at it. And Dundee caught in the crossfire over near Latham and Ferris's corner. Double clothesline on Billy, and there's a cover one. Lawler comes in at the nick of time. We're running out of time on our championship wrestling. I sure hope that we're going to be able to get all of this bout in. Dundee coming back. Slams Latham head to a turnbuckle. There's Lawler in. Now all four are in. Dundee covering Ferris, but Calhoun trying to get Lawler to stop beating on Latham outside the ring. And Dundee trying to get the referee's attention. Ferris comes up from behind and nails him, going to his tights. He may have had something in his hand. Backdrop sunset flip. But no referee. Here comes Calhoun, being held by Latham. Latham going back in. Drops on Dundee with the elbow, and Lawler pulls the referee back to help his partner out. Billy in the center of the ring. Count of 1, 2. Did he get 3? The referee's signifying, ring the bell. He got a 3 count. And he is going to call a pin. Yeah, I know. Our time's running out. The referee, in fact, is awarding the belts to Latham and Ferris as the new Southern champions. Lawler nailed with a belt. Dundee grabs a belt. Slams Ferris. Oh, Dundee hit him right in the face. It is a brawl in the center of the ring. The referee, who was abused outside of the ring, let's be fair to him, by both Latham and Lawler, got in and gave a count on Dundee with Latham covering. Got a 3 count. And the belts were awarded to Latham and Ferris as Lawler and Dundee, grabbing the belts back, are pounding on Latham and Ferris. Trying to get it stopped as the referee and having no success. Lawler bleeding where he was nailed with that belt. Ferris. Latham, the referee, is down again. A wild melee going on in the middle of that ring as Lawler and Dundee with those belts jerked away from Latham and Ferris. And Dundee comes around from the side. Yeah, I know it. Our time is running out right now. We're going to have to call it quits as our time is up on Championship Wrestling. It looks like that they are outside the ring. This is Lance Russell from the Tupelo Sports Arena. Hey, Mike, can you get the camera? They got a hell of a fight going on down here. See, can you get it down? Let me get the light stand off here. Bring it on. We'll go back and edit it. Yeah. It's caught under the damn door. I know it. We'll edit it back in. Okay, can you get it rolling? What you're looking at is the wildest fight we've seen. Latham and Ferris and Dundee and Lawler in the concession stand, all four of them bleeding, pounded each other. Lawler, ooh, fired a gallon jug. They're banging away. Watch out, Mike. Dundee with Latham and Lawler with Ferris. Oh, there's mustard all over us. I hope it didn't get in the camera. The referee trying to get him stopped. Dundee right on top of Latham, right below us. We're on the stairs leading down to the concession stand. What a brawl. I've never seen anything like it. Now they're trying to get somebody in to help stop this thing. This is just totally out of hand. Latham and Ferris, Lawler and Dundee in the concession stand at the Tupelo Sports Arena, brawling all over the concession stand. A gallon bottle had been thrown, glass on the floor. Lawler slams Ferris with a stool, and again, Lawler rattles a pan around. Dundee on the far side being stomped on the concrete. Can you get it? With Latham. In 27 years of it, I've never seen a battle like this. And Lawler trying to be strangled by Ferris, while Dundee with a mop wailing Latham. Promoter Jerry Jarrett, although he is not a promoter here, trying to get him to stop. He's got Dundee separated. Lawler, Latham having been racked up by that mop handle, Dundee going after him. It's just a street brawl. Jerry Jarrett with referee Jerry Calhoun. Jarrett trying to get it all stopped. Dundee picks up a table. Everything broken up. They're falling all over. Mustard everywhere. Ferris laying in the middle of the floor. Dundee rushed out of there. Lawler trying to grab the belt, does, away from Jerry Calhoun. Eddie Marlin, Herman Sheffield, the promoter, and Jerry Jarrett got them separated. Finally, they got Lawler and Dundee out of here. And Latham and Ferris, furious that the belts attacked Jarrett. And with Jarrett in the middle of the floor, are tearing his clothes off of him. Just let it roll.
Get somebody to help him.
Jerry Jarrett caught in the middle of a furious Ferris and Latham. Latham drops a table on him. Where's Eddie?
Eddie! Herman, get somebody!
Jarrett caught by Latham and Ferris as they're hollering they want the belts.
Damn it, Herman!
Latham and Ferris just... Ferris going after Herman Sheffield. Lawler and Dundee coming back. Dundee going after Latham. Ferris battling his way through. Latham tangling with Eddie Marlin. What can I tell you? The wildest I've ever seen. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Show that shows on some other stations, and that's why what we did, we decided to take that and edit it back in for a show, and we just kind of in jazz. But as I said, it's you know, it's kind of like if you had a Muhammad Ali Joe Frazier fight or something, and somebody started fighting in the stands. People just would turn around and watch. They love to see an impromptu fight, bang, bang, and boy, that's what that was. That was something else. Hey, let's talk about Monday night down at the Mid-South Coliseum. Bell time is 8 o'clock. You do remember this, please. The ticket office is open until 5 o'clock today. Plenty of time for you to get on and get your tickets in advance today after we go off the air with Championship Wrestling. And in addition to that, all day on Monday, you'll have a chance to get your tickets in advance. The opening bout is going to be, let's see, we got Eddie Gilbert and Ken Wayne. We come up a little bit earlier than that with some other bouts, but that is Tommy Gilbert Jr. Okay, we will have Pete Austin and Jerry Bryant in action there. Another single match will be Bobby Lyons and Bob Owens. Additionally, there will be a return match with Ron Bass and Plowboy Frazier in action. That one will be something else. A tag match will have Steve Regal, Tommy Gilbert team together to go against Danny Davis and Sputnik Monroe Jr. I don't know where. I think maybe we may have some information here that is not exactly correct. But let's go on to the next one and see what we got. Southern Tag Team title match. Now listen, let me hold it just a minute. Let me tell you this. In this case, instead of Lawler and Dundee being the champions, they do not have the belts. Despite them taking the belts were awarded, as the referee had the fall to Ferris and Larry Latham. And Ferris and Latham are the Southern Tag Team champions. And this case, Lawler and Dundee will be in the challenging position going against them. All of that is Monday night. That is going to be capped off with something really wild and woolly. It's going to be a 21-man double ring. That's 2 rings, triple chance. I think you know how this goes. Everybody starts out in the first ring. They throw guys over into the second ring. Then they throw them out of the second ring. The last guy in the first ring, the last guy in the second ring will battle each other, and it will be one winner only. That's all. $5,000 going to the winner of that 2-ring triple chance battle royal. And it's all happening down there in wild and woolly fashion. Yeah, Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. Standing with me, Bill Dundee and Jerry Lawler. You are surviving today.
That's right, Lance Russell. You think we look bad, you ought to see the other two. Let me ask you this, Lance Russell. If you went up to your car and somebody was stealing your CB radio, what would you do? You'd want to fight him, right?
Yeah.
Well, Ferris and Latham didn't win them belts. They stole them, brother, and we just happened to catch them before they got them back to the dressing room, and we stole them back. But they said they belonged to them.
That's right.
Possession's 10% of the law. That's what they said, right? But they come and took the belts off it. Well, let me tell you something, Wayne Ferris and Larry Latham. In a month of Sundays, you couldn't beat the King and the Superstar. There's no way with it being the pot. There's no way, Lance Russell. Now, we're taking them back Monday night. Ferris, you only think you like handsome Jimmy Valiant. If you tried moving like Wayne Ferris and him, you might be able to do something, brother. The Superstar and the King's taking them back, Lance Russell.
Well, Jerry, you will be in a position of challengers come Monday night against Ferris and Latham.
Well, let me just say this. First of all, I want to clear up something about Wayne Ferris. You know, he's got it in his head, and I know who put it there, just like Bill said. Jimmy Valiant put it in his head. He's got the boy's mind so screwed up he don't know which way he's going. Well, let me tell you what he's got in his head. He thinks Valiant told him that I was jealous of him, trying to keep him out of the wrestling business, and now he's going to try to take it out on me. Let me tell you something, Wayne Ferris. You've been reading all these magazines, you've been watching the TV about Austin Idol and Jimmy Valiant and Joe LeDuc injuring me and putting me in a hospital. Well, let me say this. Those days of the King getting put away are over, baby. So don't get it in that little pinhead of yours that you're going to do it. If anybody gets put out of the wrestling business, it's going to be you, punk. I'm sick and tired of jerks like you and Latham coming here trying to run over me and Dundee, and it ain't going to happen anymore. So come on down there Monday night. Forget about the belts. I don't care about the belts. It's going to be another fight just like you saw a while ago, because I'm going to beat both of you punks' brains out.
Well, guess that's all there is right there. The ticket office, remember, is open until 5 o'clock today and all day on Monday. And once again, plenty of action capped off, not only with the Southern Tag Team Championship bout, but with a 21-man, two-ring triple chance, $5,000 to the winner Battle Royal. Man, that is a most exciting piece of action. And I guarantee if you've never seen one, you will want to see it, because they all start out in one ring and then they start pitching bodies. By the way, Hans Schroeder and the Gestapo will be in that 21-man Battle Royal. You'll see a chance to see them and all the other fine wrestlers that'll be participating, trying to find themselves $5,000 worth of that big money, because there is only going to be one winner, and we know that you'll be a winner if you be down there and watch the wrestling action. We're about ready to go with the next bout. Yeah, if we can get them in here. I'm standing waiting. Okay, Davey, I think we're about ready for the introductions, and we'll get to see a brand new face, brand new wrestler in here. And we'll go to Dave for the introductions. Davey?
It's going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Pat Hutchinson, the new face that Lance is talking about. He's in the ring right now. His opponent now stepping up onto the ring apron. Big guy out of Texas. So, with the official introductions, on the right of your screen, at 197 pounds, from Memphis, Tennessee, Pat Hutchinson. And from Pampa, Texas, at 290 pounds, on the left of your screen, Ron Bass. This will be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. Referee Jerry Calhoun. Big Ron Bass. Removing his chaps and his vest jacket. There is Pat Hutchinson. Watching all of this. I want to tell you, Pat's got his work cut out for him today. This Bass has really made some noise since he's been in the territory. We're about ready. Referee Jerry Calhoun calls for the bell to be rung. It is. Ron Bass with almost a 100-pound weight advantage, 93-pound weight advantage. Grabs Hutchinson, slams him into the turnbuckle. Upper part of the arm, and he just drives him down to the mat. Hutchinson up in the air. A body slam by Ron Bass. Bass really enjoying himself. Big right arm across the back again. Pat Hutchinson up in the air, the suplex. Ron Bass chuckling as he grabs Hutchinson again, slams him into the turnbuckle. Referee Jerry Calhoun warning Ron Bass about hair pulling. The stampede might be it. 1, 2, and 3. That is it. Ron Bass gets the win over Pat Hutchinson. A debut that Hutchinson, I'm afraid, will remember for a long time. As we said, he had his work cut out for him when he stepped in there. Ron Bass won it in 1 minute, 13 seconds. 1:13, the official winner, Ron Bass. Eddie Marlin joining us right here. Eddie, we're going to take a look at some of the action coming up around the Mid-South. Beginning tonight over in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Always great card over there. And what's going on tonight in Jonesboro?
I expect the wild action to continue right over in Jonesboro tonight. To top it off tonight, the main event will be 2 out of 3 falls. That'll be the first time in a long time, but the people want it, so they've got it. Jerry Lawler will be there. Tommy Gilbert will be there. Wayne Ferris, Larry Latham, Eddie Gilbert will be there. Plowboy Frazier and this big Ron Bass will have to body slam him over tonight.
All right. Very good. All coming up tonight in Jonesboro. Thursday night, June 21st. The biggest card ever coming up in Kennett, Missouri.
6 big matches in Kennett, Missouri. Buddy Wayne, Ken Wayne will be there. Tommy Gilbert and Eddie Gilbert, the two father and son teams will be there. Wayne Ferris will be there, Larry Latham, Plowboy Frazier, Jerry Bryant, just a super card in Kennebec.
All right, and we've already seen some of that action from last night in Tupelo, Mississippi. Another big card coming up next Friday night in Tupelo.
In Tupelo, Mississippi, we've got 2 big super tag matches. And you know, Jerry Jett's a promoter here in Memphis, Louisville, Evansville, Cincinnati, a lot of the major towns all over the country. And he can't wrestle in those towns. But he's not the promoter in Tupelo, Mississippi, so he's going to put his tights on. Tupelo, Mississippi. It'll be the first time in a long time that Jerry Jarrett will be in the ring, and he'll have his partner, Bill Superstar Dundee. Also in Tupelo, it'll be Latham, Ferris, Tommy Gilbert, Eddie Gilbert, Ken Wayne, Buddy Wayne. It'll just be a big night.
All that ought to be worth going out to see. Tupelo, Mississippi next Friday night. Next Saturday night, June 24th in Greenfield, Tennessee.
Bill Dundee, Plowboy Frazier, Hans Schroeder, and the Gestapo, the new team we just seen.
Tough guys, yeah.
Pete Austin, the big guy that Sonny King had here. Buddy and Ken Wayne. Big night in Greenfield.
All right, and on Thursday night, June 28th, wrestling comes to Forest City, Arkansas.
That's right, the fans will get a chance to see Jerry Jarrett in Forest City also. We have Jerry Lawler, Bill Dundee, Jerry Jarrett, Larry Latham, Wayne Ferris, Danny Davis, and I noticed on there it says Lance Russell will be the guest announcer.
Going to be over in Forest City on Thursday, the 28th of June. Also coming up Saturday, June 30th, there will be wrestling in Oxford, Mississippi. Jonesboro fans, don't forget about the big card coming up over there tonight. Lots of action coming up around the area. Right now, Lance has got some action as he's going to be talking to some folks. So let's go over to Lance right now.
First visit to Forest City. Looking forward to that. Coming out right now, the current holders of the Southern Tag Team Championship belt, Larry Latham and his partner Wayne Ferris. They are the champions.
You see them, we're the champions now. Yeah, Lawler, you've been trying to keep me out of the wrestling business, boy. Yeah, you've been trying for a long time to keep me out. But right now, I got the belt around my waist, and my partner Larry Latham's got the belt. Only one time in the ring is all it took, Lance Russell. One match is all it took for us to take those belts away from Lawler and Dundee. We've got them now. Lawler, you can't stop me, boy. See, I've got the belt now. This is what's going to keep me in the wrestling business. This is going to make me big money. I went all over the world. I didn't need Jimmy Valiant. He didn't do anything for me. He never put a belt around my waist, Lance Russell. But I found this man right here, the greatest wrestler in the world. And nobody does what they did to him last night. I want you to take a look at his head. You look at what they did to him last night. Get in here close.
I know, they busted his head.
Nobody does that, Lawler. Dundee, you see that? That's what you did to him. Okay. Monday night, Lawler, Dundee, we're going to put more stitches across that face. It's going to take a sewing machine to sew you up, boy. I'm telling you, a sewing machine. Monday night, you're going to be finished.
You also know the fact that you and Latham could be the shortest-lived Southern Tag
If
champions.
they misuse you, Wayne, if they misuse you, here's the number. Call me up. I think you should be a champion. I think Dundee got no business here. I think Lawler got no business here. And Lance Russell, you of all. You stand out here, you don't give these people respect. You want to interview these people, let them talk. Well, let them talk. If you feel they misuse you, Monday night in Memphis, Friday night in Tupelo, any place, you got no reason to take a back seat.
All right.
I will come out here personally and give you my support. And give you my support. Anytime you need to call me, then I'll come down.
We're done. Let's just take a break here and let them run on. Let's take a break.
Anytime you need me, you just call me.
Left of your screen at a total weight of 444 pounds, from Jackson, Tennessee, Danny Davis, and from Chicago, Illinois, Sputnik Monroe Jr. Going against them at a total weight of 422 pounds on the right of your screen, from Lexington, Tennessee, Tommy Gilbert and Tommy Gilbert Jr. This match to the expiration of time, referee Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, jackets off. The Gilberts ready with Tommy Sr. starting against Danny Davis. We're ready. Full time. And here we go. This will be an expiration of time match, but it'll be the final match for a fact. Got a few minutes? Yeah. So we'll get some wrestling action in. Tommy Jr. starting. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Tommy Jr. Danny Davis, I don't know what all that was about. He was complaining to Tommy Sr. that he thought it'd be more fair that Tommy Jr. was more his size.
Oh, I see.
Said, okay. And Tommy Jr. started.
Boy, you might know Danny Davis would give you that kind of spiel. Ooh. Tommy Jr. showing him he can trade licks with him. Standing side headlock. Davis. Young Tommy Gilbert. Bam. Davis catches him. Comes off. Tommy goes under. Beautiful. Hooked him. Planted the hip. And Davis quickly to the corner. Turns it over to Sputnik Monroe Jr. Tag on Tommy Gilbert. Whoa! And he puts Monroe right back down on the canvas. Goes after him immediately. Big towering body slam. We've still got plenty of action time here. Not plenty, but we do have some action time on our TV5 Studio Wrestling. So the Gilberts exchange again, and young Tommy is in there. We're about 4 minutes away from the expiration of time. Danny Davis switches sides to make himself available. Oh, I see. He's going to come in and kick Tommy Jr. Great move. And Senior put a little brakes on.
Returned the favor over there.
Yeah. Nice move by young Tom. Takes Monroe over. Monroe with a hand in the air has the referee pull it out of there. Tag on Old Dad. And Tommy Sr. takes over with a big elbow. Really flattened Monroe. Nice. Knee lift. They tag back out again. Nice rotation. Knee lift coming for Junior. Tag. Monroe reaches up. He thinks he's in the other corner, and Tommy Sr. tagged him. He takes over. Danny Davis well out of the action all the way across the ring. You can see Danny standing there. And Tommy Sr. putting Monroe down on the floor. Junior nails him as he goes by. Davis takes his lump. So we have the pair of them outside the ring.
Davis patted Monroe on the back and said, "You're doing fine. Get right back in there."
I'll bet he did. Monroe saying, "Oh, let's shake hands and forget all about it." Bam! Nails it. Gilbert picks Monroe up, throws him over in the corner, tags Danny Davis, and Danny faces Tommy Jr.
Good move by the Gilberts there. They used the break in the action, brief break in the action to get a tag, get Tommy in there, who was the fresh man of the team.
Davis slams Gilbert, catches him with a foot. And you hear Davis saying, "See what I'm doing to your punk kid?" Tommy Jr. fighting his way back.